welcome back to Tarot by Andy. Thank you for being here. This is my vibrational reading. Please do your own research for entertainment purposes and allegedly. I hope you guys are doing great. I appreciate all of the views and comments, even though I can't get through all of them. There's so many of them. Try to live a life. It's difficult. Here we go. So today I would like to do a reading on a few things. For starters, the sellout of the Harkles. Markle made the stylist cry in New York, putting the blame and blame shifting on her. So I'd like to pull a few cards on how they feel about her now after that blowout argument and her screaming at them, making them cry literally, and one of them running out of the building. What else? I would like to also do a reality show. They're doing a reality show, so I want to see how that's going to go. Also, will Markle get on QVC for cosmetics? And also, Queen Elizabeth has got to put down the cocktail in the evening. Yes, unfortunately. I say she should just keep going at it. I mean, why stop now? I mean, Jesus Christ, she deserves it. And she likes gin. She's a gin girl like me. I love a good gin and tonic. So I say she should just keep having her gin and tonic if that's what she wants to do. Apparently, she's into martinis. She's not into wine. So she likes her martinis in the evening, and she's not allowed to have martinis anymore, unfortunately. I say she should just keep doing it. Just keep doing it. So here we go. I'm going to start with, let's see, the reality show. So that's why they were doing the filming. It's obviously going to be for Netflix. It's some kind of reality show situation. I will definitely not be watching it. In fact, I don't watch any reality shows. I have never been a reality show person. I've never been addicted to a single one of them. In fact, I think I've only watched 2, Keeping Up with the Kardashians. The first one I watched was when she married Chris Humphries. I've only watched maybe 1 or 2, the dating ones, and it's just not my thing. So anyways, if it is, no problem. I'm just not into all that soapy opera kind of stuff here, that fake drama. Here we go. So let's get the reality show. The reality show, how is that going to go? How is that going to go? The reality show. The reality show. The reality show with the Harkles. The Harkles. I wonder if she'll be screaming and yelling at him. I wonder if they're going to catch where she didn't show up for dinner and left him sitting there by himself, and they didn't speak for 24 hours when they were in New York. So here we go. The first card. The first card here, we have here 9 of Cups. So this is someone who is rather lazy. She has addiction issues, and she is very smothering. She's not creative whatsoever, and she has absolutely no spiritual healing and wealth. That sounds about right. So here we go. The next card, the challenge. The challenge is the 4 of Swords in the reverse position. So the 4 of Swords in the reverse position is her anxiety, and she's having very big anxiety over it, and she knows her ego's going to be affected. I think she feels that she will be viewed negatively. This is someone who doesn't want her reputation ruined. She knows it's already ruined. And I think that's why she has such high anxiety, because she knows she's trying to repair it, and she's not likely to be able to do so. So there is high anxiety with this position, and there's also a lack of healing in this position. So not likely to heal. It's not likely to change anything for her because it's not in a healing position. So I would say that it's not going to alter anything. The motivation here is the King of Wands in the reverse position. So I would say it's because dictator energy vibe. There's a sort of a God complex vibe. So they want to take control. It is the CEO card with confidence in the upright position with business, but this here is in the dictator and God complex. So they want to control the narrative of their image. That is the motivation. So that's totally getting total control over it, at least attempting to. Then what we have here is the distant past is the 5 of Wands in the upright position. 5 of Wands. So that is, they're feeling very challenged. Right now, everything has been nothing but a challenge, very common with narcissists. It is a competition. It's a competition, actually, of innocence, is what I learned from a narcissist on Quora. She said her whole life is a conflict of innocence, trying to prove how innocent she is and what a good person she is, which she is not. It's sort of a competition. So I would feel that's what this is. It's sort of a competition of innocence here. They're challenged to make themselves appear innocent. What we have here in the recent past, we have here the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse position. So this is someone who is not grounded. Their opportunities fail. Poor investments, greed, debt, false starts. They have had too many false starts because they get their hand in too many pots and they don't fulfill anything. So this is just them getting their hand in yet another pot, and most likely will fail. Most likely will not make money on it because it is in the reverse position. So this also is this is the recent past, but I see this going into the future as well, to be quite frank with you. The future, though, what does the future have? The future has Page of Cups in the reverse position. So the Page of Cups in the reverse position is someone who's very immature. They refuse to grow up and they have a lack of imagination. And this is not happy news coming, it's negative news coming. So they're going to get a very negative review. A very negative review of their reality show. So it's going to be a negative review, more than likely. The decision on the situation is to cause an Ace of Cups, a new emotional beginning to stir up positive emotions on them. That is why they're doing it. This is what they're hoping for. How they feel about the situation is a Three of Pentacles in the upright position. So teamwork expansion. They're trying to get teamwork expansion. They want to improve that image, get that love going, and so they can expand. That's the only way they can expand is if they can get the love of the public. So that's what they're aiming for. The hopes and fears is, the hope is for an Eight of Cups to overcome some of these harsh emotions that they've had. You know, eights is infinity, it's action, it is a cup, so that is emotions, it's water. It's also seeking and moving on. They're trying to move on and find something that will work for them so they have to take this action. It's also very jealous. It's jealous and it's also infinity, so it's going to keep happening. Most of the eights involve jealousy in the tarot. So that is it's a lot of jealousy what drives them. So what we have here for the outcome here is the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse position. So it doesn't look like it's going to go too well for them. People are going to see them as dishonest, hasty, full of hot air, cruelty, all talk and no action, just like the way they are. So that is going to be the outcome. So it's not going to go well. It's thumbs down, thumbs down. And the overall, I like this, the overall vibe of this whole situation is their wheels are going to fall off. This is the Chariot in reverse. They're not going to win. There's no advancement here. They're losing. It's a crash and burn. It's going to be a total crash and burn. Yay, crash and burn. It is a crash and burn. So it's not, that is the reality show, not going to go well. So that is that spread. Now let's get, will she get on QVC? Will she get on QVC? Will she get on QVC? I need to clean this just slightly here. Will she get on QVC? Will she get on QVC? Will she even attempt QVC? Will she attempt QVC? I'm just going to pull a few cards here. Will she attempt QVC? Will she attempt QVC? Will they let her? What we have here for starters is a Eight of Pentacles upright, and we have a Five of Wands upright. So the Five of Wands, obviously, for starters, it's conflict, total conflict. So she would be too difficult to work with, to be quite frank. And we all know that. And it is a competition, and it's being very challenging. So I think they would not want her because they know that she is a very challenging individual who stirs up conflict everywhere she goes, in the hopes of making her Eight of Pentacles, which is making money, to overcome the situation of making money, and to produce and make money and have progress. But they're going to see her as too difficult. She's too difficult to work with in order to make money. So I don't see that working out for her. Under the surface, what's under the surface? What do I have here? King of Cups in reverse. So what the King of Cups in reverse is abusive, emotional manipulator. I don't think they're not going to want to probably work with her. I think if they did hook up, it would not last for very long. In the center of the situation, I have Seven of Wands in reverse. So that would be defiance, trying to win over them. So she's too controlling. I see that her as being too controlling and them not being super interested. And if they did, they kind of realize they're going to run into problems with her. Let's find, I don't think they're going to take a chance on her. I don't see that happening. QVC is probably a negatory. Let's also find out about the stylist. The stylist. How did these stylists feel now that she went off on them? She yelled and screamed at them. She was brutal. One of the ladies, there's an image of her that's flying around Twitter of her in absolute tears, looking absolutely horrifically horrified by the experience. I mean, it's sad just looking at the picture, you guys. It's like, oh my God. It's really a stunning shot, to be quite frank. Here we go. So how do they feel about Markle after that big old fight? And she basically threw them all under the bus and blamed them for her look, which we know she does not take advice from any stylist. They said that about her on Suits. They've said that about her on all kinds of projects, that she is in control of her image. So, but she's got to throw them under the bus for, oh, they were too expensive. Harry apparently is embarrassed by the cost of the outfits. That was on the cover of an American magazine at the grocery store. So the whole thing really did not bode well, made her look bad, because here Catherine wore a gown just a little over $5,000 and wows the world. And she wears over $100,000 in dollars in a couple days and didn't wow anybody. So that's why she just really freaked out, as she should. So here we go. Markle and the stylist. How do the stylists feel? I'm now ready to pull. Here we go. What we have here is the Nine of Swords. Complete total cruelty. Total cruelty. So this here, they're just, and they're telling her no. She told them no. In absolute cruelty, as you could see. She's just like in total cruelty here. So it was cruel. The whole act was cruelty. What she did to them was absolute cruelty. What else do we get here with the stylist? What do they think of Markle? They think that she is a Two of Wands in the, what is it? In the reverse position. Yeah, this is in the reverse position because there's no growth. There's no growth. Her climb is falling. She's falling from her climb. She thinks she's climbing, but she's falling, and there's literally no growth. They don't see her growing as an individual or her brand growing. And what else do we have here? We have here the Ace of Swords, and so that was a conflict and being cut out. Conflict and got cut out. And they also feel the King of Cups in the reverse position. I would say there's no love there. There's no loving energy. She's not a loving leader. It's toxic in this position, very, very toxic in the reverse position. So they see her as a very toxic individual. And the lovers, between the lovers, they see toxicity in any partnership with her. So they don't view her too well. They see her not climbing and growing. And she's a very cruel individual. And under the surface, they see her as a Three of Swords and the reverse position. So no creation and expansion. Once again, nobody's going to want to work with her. So this pretty much nails it. And they're probably pretty happy that there was this Ace of Swords being cut. So they didn't like working with her, just like nobody likes working with her. So our last spread here is the Queen. The Queen on not being able to have her cocktail. I think she should have her cocktail. I might ask the pendulum if she's going to continue, because I hope she does. I think she deserves it. A nice martini. Why not? What do you guys think? Do you think she should keep her martinis in the evening? Hey, I like a good, I used to be a bartender. I used to make really good martinis. So I like a good cosmopolitan. Here we go. Should she keep having her martinis, and will she? Will Queen Elizabeth keep having her evening martini? Ooh, oh no, she won't. She's going to stop, you guys. She's going to stop. Ah, she's going to listen and say no to it. That is the Tower crashing in the reverse position. So she's going to accept it. She's going to accept it. Wow, talk about duty and health over her wanting to have that cocktail. She's not going to do it, you guys. It's a Tower crashing moment for her in the reverse position, and that is no rebuilding, and that's accepting the change. So she's going to accept the change. She's going to completely say, okay, all right, okay, you call the shots, all right. So she's going to listen. She's going to totally listen. And then we have here, so at the bottom of the deck, I have here the Emperor in reverse. So she's pretty bummed out about it. You can see he's got his sword and he's looking down. Ugh, not good news, not good information to receive with the King of Swords in reverse. This is someone who's, you know, she just knows she's not in control with this situation. Intellectually, she's not in control. She just said has to accept it. Intellectually, she's going to accept it is how I see it. And not happy about it. You know, this is not being in control of the situation. So she's accepting it. She's going to accept it. Okay. It's, you know, and then we have here the World in reverse. So this is, you know, due to, she doesn't want to have a lack of accomplishment and public failure. And so that's why she's going to do it. She knows it will affect her. And it will affect her reign. It'll affect her job. And she doesn't want to do that. So she's going to fully accept it and take accountability and accept what they recommend. Well, okay. Good for her, I guess. I think I would ignore it. But here we go. Let's get some more on Queen Elizabeth not drinking those cocktails anymore. No more martinis for Queen Elizabeth. No more martinis for Queen Elizabeth. Let's pull some fun cards here and lighten the load here of the mood of the channel. Here we go. Ooh, that's sticking out. There, she does have an emotional bond to those drinks. She likes them. Oh, she loves them. She loves them. Yeah, that was her favorite thing in the evening. But she now has an awareness with the stars. She has an awareness. She's become aware of the situation, and with that awareness, she's going to cut it out. Yes, okay. I'm sorry that she has to do that. Okay. I guess that's what happens when you're the Queen of England. Here we go. And then we have the love again. Wow, she really loves them. Nothing wrong with that, but it's become a burden. It's become a burden, and it's business. It's going to become a burden to the business of being the lead of the monarchy. So it'll become a burden. It'll become a total burden. So that's why she's doing it. All right, that's fine with me. Okie dokie. Let's get some more cards. More cards on Queen Elizabeth and her martini, her evening martini. Well, these are flipping in the weird direction. Here we go. Yep, she made a pledge, you guys. It's the pledge. She made a pledge to love, to duty, take care of others, put others before herself. And so that's why she's doing it. She made that pledge. She really does live up to her duty. She is very, very duty bound. And at the bottom of the deck, I have what I nickname as dead weight and burdens. She doesn't want it to be a burden, and she doesn't want that to be a dead weight on her performance. And so that's why she's going to do it as well. Yeah. All right, short spread for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Till next time, like and subscribe. Bye.